my name is Jessica Gustin.
I'm Christopher Roberts.
When you hear Caleb's name, you think of his humor and positive attitude.
Caleb and I have known each other basically since birth.
I have had the pleasure of knowing Caleb my whole life.
He's always been there for me whenever I needed him.
He is such an inspiration to others as well as myself.
I know I can count on him whenever I need him.
He's always giving out free advice and a helpful hand.
He's always answers my calls, whether I call him at 2 in the afternoon or 2 in the morning.
I have built so many memories with him that I know will last forever.
He's been my best friend and has been a role model for me by setting the best example as a great cousin.
Caleb is the best big brother anyone can ask for.
So
Please help us welcome my brother
and my amazing cousin
and your District 3 President, State Vice President, Caleb Gustin.
Look at me, Dad. It's okay if you're scared. So am I. But we're scared for different reasons. I'm scared of what I won't become. And you're scared of what I could become. Look at me. I won't let myself end where I started. I won't let myself finish where I began. I know what is within me, even if you can't see it yet. Look at me, Dad. I have something more important than courage. I have patience. I will become what I know I am.
What do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see what you want to see, or do you see what others want you to see? If you were to look me in the eyes 5 years ago, you'd have seen a young man hiding his ag background from his friends. My friends loved sports. Sports were cool. To my friends, country wasn't cool, and I wanted to be cool. That was my mindset freshman year. Even though I loved raising baby pigs and watching them grow into market-ready prize winners. Yeah. I still said to myself, don't do FFA. It was hard for me to look myself in the eyes, because the vision I had for myself was overshadowed by the views of others and what they wanted me to become. Over the next 3 years, I devoted my time to sports, almost to the point of quitting FFA. I drifted so far from my true self that my parents noticed, and they advised me to stay in FFA because they knew that's where I belonged. I just couldn't see it yet. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see what you want to see, or do you see what others want you to see? Rolling into senior year, I caught a glimpse of what I could become at the 83rd New Mexico State FFA Convention. I knew I wanted to do well in sports, but another passion of my life was revealed. So, summer went along, and it was time for football season. Now, football senior year was great. I had my stat-shattering 1 touchdown. I had a couple sacks, and a district championship. Oh, yeah. Once football season ended, it was time for basketball, which I knew would be my best sport. Why, you ask? Look at this arm length. And these giraffe-like legs. How could it not be my best sport? But to my surprise, my coach saw using other players to reach our team goals rather than myself. I'm a competitive person, and not getting the opportunity to compete tore me down, almost to the point of giving up. If it wasn't for a solid amount of prayers and some positive re-encouragement, I might have let it get the best of me. Have you ever felt like you had something to give, but never got the opportunity to show it? Instead of feeling like somebody who's got a lot to offer, we feel like somebody who's been taken for granted of. Even with all those thoughts running through my mind, I was still afraid what I wouldn't become in basketball rather than what I could become as Caleb. So, senior year came to an end, and I caught a glimpse what I could become as I listened to a speech from our former national officer, Shannon Norris. I was reminded to believe in God's plan despite adversity. I thank my coach for giving me the opportunity to grow through adversity. My vision was refreshed, and I was able to see myself and my true passion. Throughout the course of our lives, we will be faced with very difficult times. These times will test us, and it will show our true character. I learned a neat little fact from a sermon by a guy named Louis Giglio. He spoke about a protein molecule in the human body called laminin. Not lanolin, that nasty stuff in sheep's wool. Get your hands all gross. But laminin, L-A-M-I-N-I-N. It's a self-adhesion molecule, which means that it holds our bodies together. It holds the lining of our intestines together, and it holds our skin on. If it wasn't for the laminin in our bodies, I would fall apart into a little blob on the stage all, hey, help me, kid. Laminin shape defines it. And when bridges are built, rebar is placed to give them strength and support. So if you think about a bridge, rebar is placed, and concrete is poured around it to give it strength. So, concrete can hold together without rebar. But when pressure is applied, it crumbles. It breaks under the slightest pressure. When you add rebar, tough stuff right here, that laminin, I tell you what. There you go. When rebar is added, it gives the concrete strength and ability to withstand pressure. Wait for it. Laminin is the rebar in our bodies. It gives us the ability to withstand pressure, either mentally, physically, or emotionally. Now, getting down to the science of this interesting laminin, it's a protein molecule, and a molecule's shape tells it its job in our body. Laminin shape tells it to hold our bodies together. Laminin has a very distinct shape to it. Let's take a look at it. A great man once said, "He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." When your image is overshadowed by the views of others, what holds you together? God held me together when he was overshadowed by others. Adversity will happen. It's how we deal with it and what we learn from it. Find what you're passionate about. If you're passionate about being who you are, find who you are. For me, being who I am was loving to help other people. Connect with parents and siblings if that's what motivates you. Read the Bible. If the Bible doesn't motivate you, find what does. Here's our challenge. Look yourself in the eyes. It's okay if you're scared, so are the ones who doubt you. But you're both scared for different reasons. You're scared of what you won't become, and they're scared of what you could become. Look at yourself. Don't end where you started. Don't finish where you began. You know what is within you, even if you can't see it yet. Look yourself in the eyes. Become what you know you are. Then you can look me in the eyes.
Caleb, you've definitely made this amazing year. Your witty personality, energetic spirit, and great sense of humor has helped push us all through. You have a joke for every situation and are constantly keeping us laughing. Thank you for the amazing year and everything you have done for this association. New Mexico FFA, your District 3 President, State Vice President, Caleb Gustin.
Dad, thank you both so much for bringing me into this world, just so I could turn around and give you guys more gray hair. I love you guys so much and wouldn't be the young man I am today without you guys. Mom, thank you so much for always being there if I ever needed advice or just someone to talk to. You're always encouraging and give me a little prayer if I'm ever down. Daddy-o, I can't thank you enough for all those mind-numbing lectures. I've learned so much from you, and I hope one day I can amount to as good of a dad as you are. We've had a great relationship, and I thank God every day for blessing me with such a great role model. Thank you for helping me through this officer year. I promise I won't put you guys in a nursing home. New Mexico FFA, I would like to present my parents, Mike and Lisa Gustin.